Good afternoon, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Non-Leagues Premier League. I hope you had a good weekend. We got snow here in Birmingham, so we had a great one. We got up to, a few little fun things. Now, business end of the season. What has been going on since you was last with us? As you can see, we are sat second now in League One. Only 2 points ahead of Wimbledon and 2 points behind Sheffield Wednesday. Our form has taken a little bit of a dip. You were last with us for the Newport County win. We beat Burnley under 23s in the quarter-final of the Papa John's Trophy. We then drew 2-2 with Plymouth. We beat the MK Dons 3-0. We then lost 3-1 to Grimsby in the Papa John's Trophy semi-final, which was weird. We just really didn't turn up for that game at all. We then drew 1-1 with Colchester and 0-0 with Preston. So we're really blowing hot and cold at the moment. So today then, we are at the Bank Stadium. We're playing Rochdale. Only a couple of days since our last game. So we're going to be playing a fully rotated squad. Then Wednesday's episode will be a double header of Sheffield Wednesday and Wimbledon. Because if I come into the table here, as you can see, they are the teams just above and below us. I know we've just gone through the points gaps. But I do genuinely believe they're our biggest threats. We may slip out of this altogether. We're not going to not finish in the playoff spots. We'll definitely finish in the playoffs because I can't see us losing all of our games. But our form has been very sketchy. So without further ado, let's jump into the game this afternoon. And so here we are then. As you can see, a little bit of, a fully rotated team, a lot weaker team than we would normally put out against decent Rochdale side. We have them Felipe in goal, Covert, Tricker, Bennett and Cox at the back. And we also have in midfield Solanke and Dixon Bonner. Behind Wilson, Ball and Coley supporting Will Russ. By no means is this anywhere near our full-strength squad, but we have to make do with what we've got. Everybody else is a little bit jaded at the moment, and we can't afford injuries coming into these last few games of the season. We really do need a big result here today, though, so hopefully, going forward, we'll still look decent and we'll pick up the points that we need. Teams are just warming up then. As you can see, this is how Rochdale are lining up against us. And we are going to say with outstretched arms, if we play our game tonight, we'll win. You're all capable of that. That's had absolutely no effect on the boys. Maybe, just maybe, the dressing room slipping away from us a little bit. Got some big news to tell you about after the game as well, which I completely forgot about. Something that we will need to touch upon. Dixon Bonner with a good tackle. Barr still got the ball though. Out to Gallagher. Gallagher inside to Close. Back to Barr. Inside to Morris, and Morris just wide. That was a really good effort from Rochdale. And as you can see, they've got the Lions' share of the possession. We've finally taken a few shots on goal. None on target, though. And it's just not the same. Like, this 11 is nowhere near as strong as our regular 11. We are starting to put pressure on Rochdale here, but we need a little bit more. We need a win today. A win is absolutely paramount, so that we don't start falling behind. And it doesn't look like we're going to get anything out of this game whatsoever. Holy moly. The clock then has run down. First half, very uneventful. Only one highlight, which was for Rochdale. Right, I am going to point the finger and say I'm not happy with how you're playing out there. That was dog awful. There are other words I could use, but I won't. Yeah, this is really poor from us today. Really poor. And this is becoming a bit concerning, especially if we do sneak up into the Championship next season, because I can't see us, with the way that we're playing at the moment, getting anything out of it. Right, I've got to bring on some of the big boys, because this is just not working at all. So on comes Jordan Cox. Wilson's playing okay. Will Russ is going to have to come off for Tete. We've made all three changes 67 minutes into the game. We're chasing a game which we're not behind in, but we feel very much like we need 3 points from this game to stand in the runnings for the automatic promotion places. And it's just no good. Cox then to take the free kick into Osborne, out to Solanke. Solanke back out to Cox. Can he get a good ball in? He can. Wilson's there at the back post, and just what we needed. 80 minutes on the clock. And we take the lead. We've left it late. We've not looked good. In fact, we've not really looked like doing anything this entire game. We've had lots and lots of efforts. All of them really just poor. Like, the game didn't even think they were worthy of highlights. And then finally, in the 80th minute, we find a breakthrough. Does take us top, but it only takes us top momentarily because Sheffield Wednesday do have a game in hand now. Cox to Cox, inside to Osborne. Jamie Osborne brings it forward. Goes back to Solanke. Solanke goes out wide to Tristan Cover. Cover down the line for Adam Wilson. Wilson gets the cross in and it's no good. Eastwood collects. And R. Rochdale going to counter us here. Long ball forward. Cover gets it. Osborne. Back to Tricker then. Tricker goes for the long ball for Atete. Misses it. Doesn't miss it. That's a free kick to the Moors. And Hartley here has been shown a red card. Rochdale now down to 10 men as well. If we can score this free kick. Apparently the free kick was not even highlight worthy. Reece Bennett's picked up a knock, which is not good for us. That's our centre-back. Ball forward for Atete. Out wide then to James Ball. Kept it in nice. Cover. Tackle. Oh, lovely bit of football. James Ball again here. Inside to Osborne. Osborne out wide for Cameron Cox. Atete is there for the follow-up. And Eastwood's going to be gutted that his defence haven't helped him out there. A little bit fortunate from us in the end, as you can see. I mean, the ball here is lovely from Jamie Osborne to find Cox in space, running onto it. The effort's quite poor. Eastwood gets it, but Atete is there faster than a defender and just slots it home. Probably the easiest goal he's had this season. And in the end, it looks like a very comfortable win. James Ball then over the ball on a free kick. There was a lot of balls in there, weren't there, boys? Oh, and he's gone for glory, and it's high wide and not very handsome at all. And the clock is still going. 6 minutes of added time already gone. Tristan Cover picks up the ball then. Plays it forward to Wilson. Wilson goes round his man really nice. And then gets tackled by the same man. Bradley does really well there in the end to recover. Cover with the throw. Goes long, can't find ball, and that's surely got to be the final whistle. And there it is then, final whistle. Back to the top of League One we go. And we'll say a good win in the end. Let's not try and dampen the mood. So we go top by a point. Sheffield Wednesday obviously do have that game in hand, which is massive. Now, January, the end of the January transfer window, which was something I was meant to discuss with you in the first place, we beat Newport County on the 28th of January, and we still had all of our squad in that game. Unfortunately for us, if I can come into our transfers, on transfer deadline day, we had no choice but to let Hughes go to Brentford for £500,000 because he still had a release clause in his contract. We rejected an initial offer of 450 grand. I tried to get him for underneath his release clause. He then kicked up a stink to say that he wanted to go and play for Brentford because Brentford are in the Premier League. I mean, he's only in their under-23s, which is actually really quite annoying. And we've lost our best right-back by far, and he's probably one of the better players at the club. Big loss for us, but not the end of the world. But as you can see, Premier League side come calling, and there was just nothing that we could do about it. Literally, we got no hope of keeping hold of him. He was kicking up a fuss. Other players then kicking up a fuss. Then they kicked up a fuss about the fact that we let him go, even though they said originally that we treated him unfairly. So we've had a little bit of a rough ride of it. Hopefully now we're coming out the other side. So thank you very much all for your continued support. I'll see you on Wednesday for that double header. And hopefully, we will be playing Championship football next season. Have a great one, guys. I'll see you soon.